You know, young rich niggas. You know, so we ain't really never had no old money. We got a whole lot of new money though. Hey, raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't try nobody, grip the trigger. Call up the gang and they come and get gang. Cry me a river, give you a tissue. It's bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got better than 100 rounds too.
So, we're gonna vlog today. Let's do this. So, I'm just a couple of days away from my comprehensive exam, and it starts on Friday. I have been working on studying for this since December and actually before that, so I feel super prepared, but of course I'm really nervous, so I'm gonna spend the rest of this week getting prepared, and I'll show y'all a little bit of that. Tonight is the MLK annual Social Justice lecture, and so the Center for Africana Studies at Penn always brings out someone who's known for studying issues of race and inequality, something similar to that. And so tonight it is Charles Blow and Reid, so I will be attending that, and I will try to film some of that for y'all because I don't really film other than me studying. So here's also some food, what I eat. As I said before, I am a vegetarian 100%. I do not eat fish at all, although sometimes I do eat eggs. I try to limit it as much as possible. So for lunch, when I'm really busy, especially because like I said, I don't love the food choices around Penn's campus, I try to bring lunch for the week. These are crackers. They are gluten-free. I know, I'm so obnoxious. I just joined, damn it, I just joined that obnoxious legion of people who are like, I'm gluten-free, but it's true. I don't really buy bread anymore at all. And I try to only buy gluten-free granola and crackers because gluten makes me sleepy. Blueberries. And this is a quinoa pasta that I made that has broccoli and cheese. Y'all, I said vegetarian, not vegan. And like olive oil in it, and garlic and onions. And it's really good. And then this is some granola. So that's my lunch. And then of course I always fill up my water bottle with water. It's so important to hydrate, especially when you love coffee as much as I do. So I'm going to refill my water bottle and get out of here. Come on.
Beat the whole walls, hop in the fall. I said they bitch, they come for me. I swear these niggas is under me. They hate and the devil keep jumping me. They rose on me, keep me company. Hey, we did the most, yeah. Pull up and goes, yeah. My diamonds are choker, holding up out with no holster. With the ruler, diamond cooler. This is.
So it is 3 p.m. I've been here for approximately 5 hours. I've managed to read 2 books in that time and take notes, and now I'm eating lunch. And a friend came to sit with me. Say hi.
Hi.
What do you do here at Penn?
I'm a student in the Educational Linguistics Division, studying to become an English teacher.
And where are you going to be an English teacher?
Well, I'm looking at opportunities overseas. Not sure where yet. I'm gonna apply randomly. I'm just gonna scatter, my resume across the globe.
And then, do you have any tips for people who want to apply or be in graduate school or whatever? Anything?
I think you need to have like a unified vision of where you want to be in like you know, not like in 10 years, but like maybe like 3, 4, 5 years, that would be really helpful. But not everyone starts grad school with a unified vision. Sometimes they come and, you know, they create that vision. But it definitely does help if you have goals.
Awesome. Yes, perfect. And I talk a lot about a goal and considering very thoughtfully why do you want to be in a PhD program, and this is why I filmed this stuff so you guys can see a lot of it is literally sitting here doing work. Like I am studying for my comp, which is on Friday, and Robert is...
I'm writing a reflection paper on the readings that I did this week right now.
Right, so he's in a master's program in the Graduate School of Education, so we're in totally different divisions and we do totally different things. So master's versus PhD is really different, but it requires a lot of work, right? Yeah, so he's about to graduate and leave, and I'm not gonna be done. I have like 2 more years.
Yeah, she's gonna be sleeping here.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be basically sleeping here, but I've been talking to people all day, but I just wanted to show you guys that I'm not always alone in the grad student center. Sometimes I do see people that I know and I talk to them, okay? So it isn't always like lonely and sad and depressing. I'm reading this book, it's called White Supremacy, Racism, and Post-Civil Rights Era by Eduardo Benito Silva, who, as you all know, I'm obsessed with. So this is a really great book to end on. And then I'm going to the social justice lecture with Reid and Charles Blow. It should be great. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to introduce you all to somebody who's not in a PhD program. Any last words?
Bye!
What's up, y'all? 2 things. Today was an exceptional study day. It was very good. No, I didn't do as much as I wanted to do, and I'm going to go to this event and I have to go to a meeting afterwards for a group, but that's okay. You know, you really have to be flexible with how much you accomplish in changing up your goals. I mean, it means that I'm gonna be behind for tomorrow, but I'm so happy with how much I've been able to do overall, that even if it means that I'm not gonna have as many detailed notes for the last couple of books, it's still gonna be good. So, you know, you have to celebrate every success. Looking through all my Scrivener notes, I'm really proud and just like so pleased with my commitment to this process, and I know that I'm gonna do great. I'm gonna pass, and now I get to go see a social justice lecture, which I'm sure will light a fire under me to maybe even read. Like, I read the entire Evicted book by Matthew Desmond on Sunday because I was like, I need to get caught up. So maybe I'll even read some more tonight before I go to sleep. But anyway, I'm about to go into the talk, the social justice lecture with Reid and Charles Blow. And this is Annenberg Theater. And I guess they're not letting people in because there's a bunch of people sitting in here staring at me, so you know, that's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of people here. That guy.
I really believe, and I think you'll agree, that we cannot properly engage with tonight's program without first acknowledging current events in this country. And in particular, President Trump's executive order restricting immigration and entry of Muslims from 6 countries. It is injurious to our work, and it is inimical to our values. Values that we especially celebrate and proudly celebrate in Dr. King's name. The damage already done to the lawful freedoms and opportunities of our students and colleagues here at Penn, around our country, and around the world is undeniable and indefensible. I am the daughter of a Jewish immigrant who fled Nazi Germany. My grandfather was an immigrant. My son-in-law is an immigrant. My family's story is part of a proud and productive American story, as is all of yours. They're different stories, but they're stories that not only need to be told, but need to be honored moving forward, not just looking backward. Immigration strengthens the fabric of this nation, and it strengthens our university. Immigrants spark innovation, launch new businesses, and enrich our culture and arts. They are a precious natural resource, national resource, natural too, and national. And they are invaluable to all universities and to Penn in particular. As such, because we are Penn, we must not and we will not remain silent. Together, and we urge President Trump to change course and rectify the horrible damage that this order has caused.
It is black president, black contributors, white president, not so many black contributors are needed to interpret it, not understanding that the issues that take place in this country are all underpinned by race. This is a former slave republic. You can't get away from race no matter how white the White House is. So I think it is a bit of a facile understanding of what's needed to interpret what's happening, because with the current administration, a lot of these policies are going to unduly impact people of color, and so we're still needed. Our voices still need to be there. So I think it's just, unfortunately, sometimes it is a disconnect between the way corporations think and the way the world really is.
It keeps you explaining things. It keeps you from doing your work. I still want to be engaged in the discussion of the plight and the beauty and the majesty and the horrors of Black life in America. And because of the danger posed, I believe, by this particular administration, I'm sucked away from that. That's a loss. I have not seen the interactions between police authorities or the entire system of justice in America demonstrably changed since the time that Black Lives Matter was teaching people how to protest in the street. Let's get that straight. You remember when everybody was all running around saying, Black, we would listen to you if you just stopped blocking the traffic. Now everybody want to run in the street and block the traffic. Right? I have not seen a demonstrable increase, and in fact, I have seen the pendulum swinging in the other direction and not be able to write about it. Louisiana just made it a hate crime to resist arrest. That is now a felony in Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. Every week I want to write about that. And yet something comes out of the White House that is so outrageous that I am distracted into writing about something else.
I'm leaving. It was good, but I have to get going. I asked them a question. They did not fully answer, and I do believe that there's this level of resentment towards third-party voters and people who did not vote that is pretty mainstream amongst Democrats that I personally disagree with. Obviously, it would be amazing if everyone was automatically registered to vote and felt that their vote mattered and they felt invested in the system. But I do think that rather than blaming folks who did not vote or folks who decided to vote third party, they should be critically asking themselves, why is it that the coronated candidate, who was Hillary Clinton, who everyone thought was going to win, I thought she was going to win, still lost? And that there's perhaps multiple answers to that question, besides simply that she did not spend enough time in the Midwest, because that was kind of the answer that I got from the lovely Ms. Reid about why she lost, was that she did not organize enough in the Midwest, in Milwaukee, in Detroit, and so on. So overall though, it was great. The light out here though, okay y'all, these lights are nice. But overall it was really good. It was pretty rousing. It was, but you know, I have to remember that like both of these folks are public media figures and they have bosses and they're not activists. And I think I was hoping that they would have stronger words or words of encouragement. Obviously I left early, so maybe they will, after I leave, be like, hey, get out there and, you know, demonstrate and become involved and that kind of thing, besides just like donating money to different outlets. And I also think Democracy Now! Is the best investigative news source that I know of, because they're completely independently funded by donations, and they're not beholden to anyone. The Young Turks is too, but I'm a Democracy Now! Person myself. As y'all know, I love Amy Goodman. So yeah, there's lots of news sources out there, and I would encourage everybody to look into publicly funded or independently owned media and support that with your dollars. I do financially support independently owned media, and in this era it's more important than ever to do that. So anyway, it was great. I'm glad I went. I always kind of want more, but I think that that's kind of part of it, is we always want more. You have to be grateful for what you did get out of it, which is, you know, those will be two allies for the rising tide of folks who are going to stand against hatred and exclusion and xenophobia and all that stuff, and that they want to protect everybody and not just some people. So anyway, talk to you guys. Oh my god, I cannot even talk. It's so freaking cold because I left my coat open because I was in a hurry leaving because I'm running late to the meeting. So anyway, I'll talk to you later. Peace. I'm home. I'm so tired, y'all. I'm home. It was a really long day, but the meeting went well, and yeah, I am now on the board of the Black graduate group at my university. I'm really excited. There's just so much going on, but I feel this inner sense of okayness, and I attribute it to meditation. 100% I do. I really do. And this isn't to say that when people don't feel okay, or people feel stressed, or people feel depressed or anxious, they should just meditate and it'll be fine. No, it's just I need to be able to function, and the overwhelming amount of news that's coming out about the administration that I'm inundated with, okay, in our social media world, it's overwhelming. And so being able to function within this constant state of chaos helps me move forward. And I do believe getting this PhD, doing scholarship, doing activist work, struggling toward justice, being creative, and building community with folk, meditation helps me be able to do that under extreme stress and duress. So anywho, that is all for today. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Hey y'all, I'm home. That's too much.
boyfriend's getting annoyed.
Oh, is he? Look at him cover his ears. Hey, Solomon, say hi.
Solomon, do you hate dating me?
She is so funny. I legit want her to do I think she's so funny. Her name is Haley, but I call her Hilarious. I want her to do stand-up. She is so funny. You would be so good at stand-up.
That's nice. Only the first month of the semester when I'm a happy person.
Are you happy right now?
Yeah.
Say hi, Solomon.
Hi, Solomon. Solomon, what's your favorite thing about me?